Hello, everybody. So I am back with the 10-week update. Now, this video is going to be completely vulnerable like I normally am. I'm a very private person, but I'm about to open up about some things. I have ChatGPT here that has helped me recover. And there's an outline of things that I do want to talk about. So grab some coffee, some tea, whatever your favorite meal is, and let's talk. I have a series of questions, and I'm going to read some stuff that people have asked me, and I'm going to answer 100% honestly, okay? So, how do I feel compared to my earlier weeks? Right now I'm in week 10, and I feel much better than, of course, the day of after surgery up until 3 weeks ago. Like I feel better. I still have abdominal swelling, but at my 6-week checkup, I was cleared to resume light workouts. So I have been trying to get back into the routine. Now that has been a little bit frustrating for me because I am used to lifting heavy. I'm very active in the gym. I do classes, I run, and I'm not able to run. I can't jump rope. I had to start at 5 pounds and work my way up. Currently, I'm at 22 pounds was the heaviest that I've lifted. And I tend to feel discouraged because I want my progression to be further than what it is. My body is still healing, so I have to have grace on myself, but it definitely is frustrating. Have I been able to get back into my clothes? Are they fitting better? Yes, my clothes are fitting better. Actually, I have space now. As you saw in the previous video, and I might put it here, I had a huge mass. Even though I'm still swollen, my stomach has gone down. I do feel a difference in my breathing. It's not pushing up on my actual stomach. My organs have settled, and that was weird because you can feel everything just like bubbling around, and that was an adjustment. So I do still wear my belly binder, but I've weaned myself off for the most part. So I wear my belly binder when I go to the gym, and if I'm walking around and I feel like a little heaviness or discomfort, I'll put it on reassurance and, just to make sure that everything is okay. And that tells me that I need to relax. So the belly binder is one of my favorite necessities. Also, I did show you like the clamp that you use to like pick up trash and things of that nature. Another game changer for me because picking up is brutal. Now, if you haven't had an abdominal cut, then it might be a little bit different for you. But because I have a big smiley face, it was definitely hard to bend down, and I found myself doing that much more than usual. Like we tend not to know the importance of our body parts until we have limited access, and so I'm grateful for the tools of the world that help with those things. All right. What is my emotional state? So as of right now, my emotional state, I deal with some heavy stuff. And I have been battling with myself. And people have constantly reminded me like, hey, you're only 10 weeks out. You have progressed further than other people. You had a great surgery, all of those positive things. But for some reason, I keep going back to the negative of what I can't do, like comparing my now to like the gym now compared to the gym before, so I have to rewire my brain. I'm looking at the cup half empty as opposed to half full. And so I do need to rewire my brain in that aspect. But it has been an emotional strain. I am dealing with some personal family issues. And I would just like to say, without telling my business, continue to pray for my mom. Those that know, I really appreciate your words. Appreciate you reaching out and, and all of those things. A little goes a long way. And people tend not to ask the strong people or person how are you? Those words go a long way, at least with me. So I appreciate it because I'm the one that reaches out to people and I'm always checking on others, but I haven't been getting that reciprocated from the ones that I thought. So, it is what it is. Life goes on, and that's that. Oh, it's a little scary. This part is looking crazy. And then my stomach, and then I'm talking about the emotional physical appearance. One day my stomach looks a little flat, and then another day my stomach is looking like a little swollen, and I'm like, what is going on? So I have been drinking Arnica tea, and that is very good for de-bloating. And I'm not big on using medication, and that's why it took me a long time to have this surgery, because I trust God, not man. But this time I had to trust man as well as God, of course. That's why I went under. But I, for the most part, try to be holistic. Natural is preferred. Meal prepping, snacks, cravings, so on and so forth. So, the original reason why I went vegan was because of the fibroids. When you eat meat, dairy, and all of those things, it's feeding your hormones, feeding the fibroids, and it was making me have horrendous cycles. So I went vegan for that purpose. I found myself after, I'm like, I don't have a craving for meat. I haven't eaten meat. I haven't gone to like eggs, but I have had like cakes and desserts. I have been snacking on those things. And do I think that I will fully ever go back to eating meat or anything? No, I find it not appealing anymore. I have no desire in the world. I'm not a milk drinker. I still drink my oat milk. I still make my own, oatmeal in the morning and things of that nature. But if I want to be slightly vegetarian for a few hours, I allow myself to be that. Okay. What workouts am I cleared for, and how is my body responding? My workouts that I've been cleared for is light workout. So right now, I'm listening to my body, and I'm doing things to see how it feels. If my body is responding in a not so good way, I scale back. If it feels good, then I'm like, okay, next week I can add 5 more pounds, or I can do more reps of this. So right now, there's a lot of repetition, low weights, and my body tends to be responding better. I think because I worked out prior to surgery, that is helping me out post-op. So I would say that that is a benefit right there. That I wish I used sooner. I wish I'd have had that little clamp thing that I'm telling you how to pick up, because I probably went a week without that, and that was like super brutal. Bending down, and I'm not supposed to be bending down, but I can't sit down sometimes, so that was, yeah. What I will say, this journey has a lot of ups and downs. You're going to go through a lot of emotions. There's a lot of things that I might be able to share with you, but you might not experience that because everybody's body is different. So my journey is not your journey. I'm sharing my journey, but if you would like to ask any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, comment under the video, and I will respond to you. I just want to say, resting is a part of the progress too. Like, I was doing a lot of movement, and I became nervous as to if my body was going to, like, if I was setting myself back by doing so much. So please relax, because having a hysterectomy, whether it's robotic, laparoscopic, or how I've had it abdominal, your body is going through a period of you losing a major organs. Then it's an emotional thing as well, because your hormones are trying to figure out what to do. So please rest, drink your water, mind your business, catch up on your favorite TV shows, whatever. Okay? So say as a final, I have some things here. So here's an add-on. You won't always be motivated, so you must learn to be disciplined. With me now, I find going to the gym, there's days that I don't want to go to the gym, but if I don't go, I won't get results. if I don't do this, I won't have this, the law of cause and effect. So keep that in mind. And I also have to keep reminding myself my body is healing. I'm becoming stronger. And, you know, I choose progress over the perfection. I'm a perfectionist. And this I have no control over. I would have been healed if it's up to me, but it's not in my hands. My body has to do its thing, and I have to allow it to do its thing in order to come back 100% and be better. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Once again, like, subscribe, share, all of that good stuff. Ask me some questions, and I'll see you next time. Bye.